Hello, everyone. Welcome to another great episode of the DKM podcast. It's your boys, Danny, Marcos, and Kenny. How are you fellas doing today?
I'm pretty lotion-tastic. How about yourself?
Oh, damn, Kenny, you sound a little bit impoverished. What's the problem there, buddy?
My PC died again.
Got him.
Oh, damn.
Oh man, I want to go Kermit the Frog. Um,
You're gonna go
Oh,
Roblox
no.
yourself?
yep,
Oof.
yep. I was updating the BIOS on my motherboard, and it finished. So I go in and check it out, and then it doesn't restart so that it can boot into BIOS because I have an MSI motherboard, and the CPU light turned on my motherboard, so I'm upset. I'm
Damn.
upset.
Yeah,
I already sent it out, and it cost me a lot of money to send out a little tiny ITX motherboard, and I got insurance on it, but it's going all the way to California again, just like my graphics card, to be I guess BIOS flashed or whatever, if they're going to replace it or who knows. But that's just going to be annoying because I got to wait at least 15 days from the day that they get it, which was already going to be from Tuesday, and I sent it out on, I think, Wednesday. So the 6 days for shipping. And now here I am waiting an extra 15 to 35 days and another 6 days for the shipping to come back to me.
All right, man. Well, hopefully you'll get your setup all said and done because I know that feeling, man, where it's just like everything that can go wrong does
Yeah.
go wrong, and it's like the most aggravating thing, but you kind of just have to push through it. I know exactly how you felt. Not to name any brands because I've dealt with a motherboard, and the motherboard I'm using right now. I'll tell you one thing, though. This motherboard was such a headache when I first got it. I had every single problem in the book, and it took me like weeks to finally get it stable to work for me. But now I barely touch this motherboard. I don't want to update a single fucking thing about it because I'm worried I'm going to brick this bitch. So I just leave it as is.
Have you
Um,
considered
I mean,
turning it off and turning it back on again? You idiot.
Yeah, you fucking moron.
God, it always works.
So how are you doing, Marcos? What's going on in your neck of the woods?
Dude, I think I should have called Guinness World Records and I took the biggest poop of my life.
God damn it, dude. Well, shit. Like, I could have made some money out of that.
You know what's interesting though about Guinness World Records? How much money it doesn't make, because all it really is just a what do you call it? All it is just extra attention that you want for yourself. You gotta fly in the people who are gonna, like, the judges and whatever. You gotta fly in them. They have stringent rules on how everything is done. Yada yada yada. And like at the end of the day, you don't really get much except maybe poorly put up plaque. You just get it just for brownie points for yourself, I guess. I'm not sure if you guys know anything about Guinness World Records and how it does its stuff, but it's kind of sad.
All I know, but isn't like Guinness like super outdated though?
Yeah,
in a way,
actually.
yeah.
Like that's just my thing. Like, yeah, like by the time like they record a record, that record could have been
Yeah,
beaten already.
exactly.
Right.
Because there's a lot of steps to get it.
True, especially if it's one of those records that's like pretty like common.
Anybody could do
Yeah.
it, especially
Yeah, I mean,
like
if you
you know.
guys watched the LA Beast, he did a world record of the man walking the longest on Legos barefoot,
Yeah.
and yeah, I mean, he beat it. He did it on YouTube. You can always
On
go
expert
and
difficulty?
yes, you can always go in and watch it. It's pretty good, like time lapse. It shows him, pretty much walking. I think it was like 3 miles or something like that on Legos barefoot.
Are these Legos built
No,
or is it
like
just like kind of
thrown
thrown
on
on
the
the floor?
floor.
Oh, okay.
But
I
it,
mean,
it kind of
that's
shows
okay, I
it
can
kind of
respect
shows the
it.
process of like Guinness Book of World Records and like how they
And by
yeah how
Guinness,
they like do it and how they rate it and how it works.
it's what's the that kind of reminds me of what you said, Kenny. You guys remember the George Lopez
Hell
show
yeah.
where I forgot the context, but all I remember was that some guy told George, like, if you want to seek real repentance, go to Mexico and crawl
Oh
on your
yeah, and then he
knees
did it.
to like
Oh
a church.
yeah,
Yeah, then he did
the
it.
And I
whole like 7,000 steps or
Yep,
whatever, like
yep,
mile long thing of glass.
yep.
hmm So I just think that that's like that different version of it. Is like, yeah, you did it on glass. I did it on fucking Legos. I've seen my repentance.
The thing is with the whole Guinness thing, and I could be wrong on this, like most things, but it's mostly the how the record keeping, like whoever keeps the records, like how it's actually done, because it can't just be just a regular ass video and Guinness will recognize it. It's not like that at all, which is sort of weird. If you have obvious evidence about it, you know, this record existing, this record actually taking place, and you have eyewitness testimony, like even then, like if there aren't like actual judges to like solidify that this actually happened and all their stringent rules are followed, they're not going to really like care if you spent millions of dollars for this record. They don't care.
They're just gonna take your word for it. Yeah, like that's a good point. Like especially with, like with gaming and stuff like that. Whenever like Guinness does like a video gaming record, they don't. I don't think they get people from the actual community. Like I'm pretty sure you guys know about the whole like
The Donkey Kong.
yeah, the Donkey Kong thing, like that was a big fucking deal. And all I could say is like, well, how do you guys vetted this shit? Are you taking their word for it? Do you have someone in the Guinness team who knows how arcades work and how speed running works and things like that? Do you have someone in the community in part of Guinness? Like that's a good fucking question.
Even if I remember the guy's name, I'd rather not speak it because he's such a freaking scumbag, dude.
Yeah, he's a trigger happy Sue guy. So like Metallica. So he shall not be named. We'll just keep it at that.
Oh, he's such a scumlord, dude. I'm so glad that he lost his, or he lost some sort of litigation of some sort. I can't remember what it was, but all I know is that he got wrecked, and people don't care. Like the judge doesn't really care about his nonstop crying about his record. But yeah, even though Guinness World Record, like even back then, I'm sure you guys remember, like in school, remember book fairs?
Oh
and whatnot?
yeah, the book fair tab.
I was about to say
I
that.
actually had the
Yeah.
2007 one.
They would have the whole Guinness World Records and whatnot. Like those were fun.
Here's my question, because you brought up the book fair. Why the fuck were the Guinness World Record books so goddamn expensive at book fairs? And why were we so drawn to them for some reason as children?
Because we like pretty things, I guess. I don't know. That's a good question, though.
So weird. Like, yeah. Well, speaking about finances, I think we should segue into the big leak that happened recently. I'm pretty sure you guys have known this. It's pretty big news right now. Twitch's source code has been leaked, and so that's pretty, I'm really curious to see what they could do with that. But the big discussion piece right now is, I don't know if you guys know this, guys, but streamers make money.
What?
They make a lot of money, actually. Can you believe it? Can you fucking believe it?
No.
Yeah.
I don't. Nope. No.
Yeah, that wholesome content creator you like, turns out
he's
probably making more money.
Turns
than
out
you.
he's a scummy person that makes money. Jesus.
Yeah, I know. How dare he work for his bread, right? Yeah. So, of course, if you can't tell by the sarcasm in my voice, it's me basically saying no fucking shit. Yeah. For all you guys out there that are listening and are in complete total fucking shock, yeah, your favorite streamer is making money. I don't know why you guys don't understand the concept, and more importantly, why you don't feel like they deserve it. I think that's my biggest beef with that sort of issue, is when people are saying like certain people. I've never liked the idea is like, oh, you can't be making X amount of dollars. Like I never liked that idea. It's like, why can't I keep winning? You know what I'm saying?
I will.
Like I've always.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say, like, to me, I just never liked that. I hate that new mindset. Was just like, oh, you shouldn't be that rich, or you shouldn't be making that money. Why the fuck not?
Well, to tell you the truth,
why the fuck
I've
not?
only ever heard that saying that you shouldn't be making this much money with the platform you're using from people who are in the Twitch community who preach socialist views, which makes sense, I guess, because they're the ones that hide their subscription numbers, are the ones who hide their Patreon numbers. I mean, they have Patreons, which I guess it makes sense. But to tell you the truth, if they can benefit the system and continue benefiting, I mean, just taking advantage of the system that they're so against, and continue to preach socialism, then go right ahead. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. But people find it hypocritical. But what I don't understand is all these small streaming Andes that they get mad that people get paid because like thousands of people sub to this one channel, and then they get money. Like I'm pretty sure the what do you call it? The sub numbers are public, and you just multiply that with whatever the cost is for a subscription is, like an actual Twitch subscription is, and you get the number that got pretty close. It's kind of confusing.
Exactly, and that's just my thing though. It's basic math. Like you simply look up, okay, a $5 subscription goes to Twitch. There's a 50-50 split on Twitch. The streamer gets $2.50, Twitch gets $2.50
Yep.
before taxes on
Yep.
both sides, right? Most streamers have a sub number on their overlay. They're proud of that. That's like a big deal to them, you know what I'm saying? So why don't most people just do some basic fucking math and just multiply that number $2.50 times the number of subs, right? So this whole reveal that like streamers are making a top dollar isn't fucking surprising to me.
Exactly.
I don't know where that came from, but I do have this thing, right? And this is why I like Asmongold so much, right? Because I knew that Asmongold was making bank. I know that judging by Asmon's lifestyle, which I could respect a lot, you know, he's a guy who's comfortable living with his mom. And, you know, I'll just gotta say, Asmon, you know, I wish you best. I'm sorry about what's going on with your mother, man. I hope she pulls through. You know, you keep it doing your thing, man. But, you know, this guy is clearly isn't a flexer. He's not a guy who's going to be like rolling up in Rolls Royces and shit like that. He's still going to be the same guy. He's just going to have a bigger bank account.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that I think what he brought it up was that there's like this thing called the parasocial relationship. I think you guys know what that is, right?
Sort of, yeah.
Kind of.
Okay. Okay, so a parasocial relationship is essentially a term that's been passed around since like the 50s, I believe, where it was an audio, like a radio station, right? It was a radio station that used to tell dramas, right? And people would get so immersed into the drama that they start treating the characters as if they could relate to them,
Right.
as if they're connected to them, as if they this and that. Here's a good example. A lot of people out there will find out a quirky little fact about a musician, a celebrity, someone they like, and then they think that because that person likes the same thing that you like, you think that you could connect to that person and relate to you. Here's the sad fucking reality, though. That person you're really adamant about and researching and almost stalkerishly like learning every little detail of them, they don't know who the fuck you are at the end of the day. You don't have a relationship with that person. Now it's different if, let's say, for example, I really like the movie Akira. You know who also likes the movie Akira? Kanye West. I don't think me and Kanye are going to be best buds overnight because we both like Akira. But for example, if you like a streamer and you've been watching a streamer for a lot of times and give this person money because you enjoy their content and stuff like that, you could chat to that streamer and that streamer might respond to you. And there's that sort of parasocial relationship again where you feel connected with that streamer. And with most people, you connect with people that are of a similar boat to you. Maybe you enjoyed the streamer because, oh, he's a gamer and he doesn't look like he flexes a lot. You know, he's not like a douchebag or anything. But then later, you know, you think that you two have like the same similar financial situation or similar income status, right? But then you find out that, oh, that streamer you've been giving money to because you enjoy their content so much, all of a sudden it's like, damn, this dude's making way more money than me. Like, that could kind of rift a little bit in that relationship where it's just like, shit, I can't relate to this person anymore. But at the same time, though, you got to remember, you're just one schmuck off of 1,000 people watching the same guy, and they're probably giving him money.
Well, they can't see the forest for the trees. Because
But that's
they just
that's just my
Right.
they
point,
just
though.
focus on themselves. That's really it. And the worst part of it all, mainly, at least that I could see, is people are really, really focused on specific personalities, and they get too attached to them.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth, you could see this often, a lot more often on Twitch compared to other channels where you can, what's the word? Get close to a creator. Like, you don't see this kind of weirdness behavior in such a huge degree, like on OnlyFans. And on
Right.
OnlyFans, things get really personal. But you don't get this attraction, this hyper energy, obsessed energy, because you got people who will gift 100 subs, constantly donate nonstop, yada yada yada, and then they finally get to go to a they become a tier 3 sub, and then finally they go to a public event where they get to meet the person because they're doing autographs or whatnot, or just meet and greets, I guess, and they're upset because it's not the same thing that they've expected, that they spent so much money on. Which, honestly, do what you want with your money, but like this kind of like obsession with people, regardless of who it is whoever the streamer is, regardless of the gender, regardless of what they do on the stream, it's super obsessive. And I think it's more of a psychological issue, which is still weird. There's not so much of a social stigma for people who have, I guess, support to such a huge degree for any streamer on
stands,
Twitch,
essentially.
yeah, but on Twitch, but like there's a more of a like social stigma for those who support OnlyFans, because they just want to There's just like a lot of the common tropes for like only like people like guys who go to OnlyFans is they just want to get a connection, the simple connection for like a month, and that's it. So it's sad to see these parasocial things actually like be toxic AF. But my only concern, I guess, with this whole Twitch thing is it's taking the light in the wrong direction, because a lot of people are really focusing on the money side. They're not focusing on like, hey, this could be either the like this probably won't be the end of Twitch at all. But
Oh no.
like perhaps your login credentials got leaked as well. We don't know. So far the leak has only been a one-parter. Apparently it's going to be in multiple parts, if not just two parts. But
Yeah.
for what we know,
Well, I mean, they literally got every single file that was from Twitch, from the inception of Twitch all the way to now.
As far as like source coding,
Amazon had to
Yeah,
pay
they got
millions
a
of
whole
dollars.
bunch of
These guys
stuff.
got it for free.
Yep, exactly. And
Pretty
then
much,
Amazon, you know, you guys heard about the whole Vapor, the Steam competitor.
What, the Vapor?
Yeah, it's called
What?
Vapor. It's under the Twitch like source code and stuff. Vapor is going to be a competitor to Steam.
Oh, like a competitor. Yeah, I know what you're
How
talking about. Yeah,
ironic,
that was part of the
calling
leak.
it Vapor.
Yeah, you got Vapor and
Which is
Steam.
which is really funny because Twitch does technically offer games
Yeah,
as well. You
it's
just
through
have to
Luna
download
and
the
crap.
client. Yeah, Luna's garbage.
But isn't that through Amazon?
But
Or is it
Yeah,
just through Twitch?
no, it's through Amazon.
no, there's a dedicated Twitch
Oh.
application you could download. I have it on my computer. It lets you like watch streams and things like that, but it also lets you download games. Like Twitch does give you free games through Twitch Prime, essentially.
Right. Oh, okay. All right. No, I
Gotcha.
wasn't aware of this.
But yeah, I totally understand where you're coming from, Marcos. And I think that that's sort of the weird thing about, you know, putting yourself out there on the internet and things like that. There's a reason why there's a lot of people know, you know, how much you could put out there, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, like what you know of a person is what they're putting out there or what they're being said about that person. I remember I was watching Anthony Fantano, the needle job, you know, the guy with the best teeth in the game. He was talking about with Grimes where, you know, he was saying that people got like really mad that she got attached to Elon Musk and it like broke their hearts and things like that. And he's like, look, whether you like that artist musically or maybe in the sort of attraction sort of way, at the end of the day though, your relationship with that person is that you like them and they don't know who the fuck you are at the end of the day. Like, make that as crystal clear as possible. They don't owe you fucking shit, right? And I'm very firm with that philosophy as well, where it's just like, look, I put out what I put out. At the end of the day, I'm not going to try to sell you this thing like, oh, you guys know me, you guys are my family, you're this and that, and I have this whole fucking beef or like this idea where I don't like this idea of like relying on your fan base for emotional and psychological support, because I think that's very, very, very detrimental to your health. So that's the thing though, like that's the problem with a lot of people, and that's also the thing about like with content creation on the internet and being a streamer and YouTuber, especially if you're a vlogger, you connect with the person, but that person can never probably connect with you, you know? It's like that song from Stan from Eminem, you know, like, hey dude, like I know what it's like to be like, my dad used to beat my mom too, I know what it's like, your uncle killed himself because of a girl, I've been there too. But like M says, hey man, like thank you for being a fan or anything, but I don't know who the fuck you are. And that's just the thing, is that these parasocial relationships, and I tell some people, I'd like to put on a platform and a face and a sense of community, but at the end of the day, you guys don't fucking know me. You guys don't know me personally on any level at any time. I'm not saying I'm not approachable, but understand what you're getting into. You know what I'm saying?
I think the most important thing here is people just want to connect. And I guess that's not bad. It's just some people have a
You have to have a healthy balance of it.
It's not just about that. I think it's more of like this mental, what's the word? This mental block on like, hey, I'm a lot like this person. We should just be together. I mean, how many times
We should be the
like,
same person. I mean, there's a song that's like that. If you've ever listened to Eminem, the song "Stan."
Yeah, that's what I was referring to.
Yeah, exactly.
But here's the thing, though. How many times have you even when we were kids, even when anyone who's listening to this podcast when kids, you like someone, you would look at what they were doing and you would mimic it, right? You would think that would give you a closer bond because that was how our brain worked, I guess, back then. And as adorable as it may be, that's sort of weird for it to work, but that's what kids thought. That's what we thought. But people just have that mentality of saying like, if I'm more like them, I'll be more likable and I'll have this better relationship with them. It's just people have this weird sense of reality, I guess, in that regarding to that. So it's I guess people not having a good way to vent out their feelings and their frustrations, I guess, which honestly I'm not surprised that you see this a lot happening with guys, because guys don't have a healthy medium to actually vent out their any emotional frustrations in, because sometimes it's looked down upon in like their circle of friends or as a society as a whole. So
yeah, the idea of a man trying to like seek companionship and things like that is looked as, kind of negative
that's your
in
weak
society,
yeah.
unfortunately.
So like, hey, I have like people, instead of like just like sure, there are people who like toxic as hell just to be toxic, but like this whole simp energy thing, like maybe there's an underlying thing that causes someone to do something like that. Is it because you don't have any game and you can't pool? Is it because you had maybe a traumatic something happened traumatically in your past because of your parents'
Low
household? Who knows?
self-esteem. Yeah, it could be that. It could be, it's a lot of things. It's definitely a lot of things. Anything else you guys want to say about this Twitch League? Because I'm pretty much done with it. I just want to get that off. Yes, your streamer is making money, and probably most likely they're making more money than the number, because again, that's just only factoring subscriptions, bits, and ads. Yeah. That's not including donations, which is what their main money maker is. So if you're thinking that's their complete net worth,
there's a lot more money that's being had. I don't know, man. Honestly, I don't care. A lot of people are like, nobody should be sharing like their salaries. Honestly,
I agree.
Who cares?
I agree. That information shouldn't be in the first place. But then again, it's like you could get a basic estimate from it too.
Who cares if you know what they're making or not? I mean, honestly, what does it change?
Yeah.
It changes absolutely nothing. Like at the end of the day, you're still going to see them as who they are. You just now know that they make a lot of money. So, in my opinion, just who cares? Honestly, and then. Like, the fact that people are freaking out is just kind of ridiculous on top of it.
My main concern about all of this is obviously the people who hacked this these files. How they got them was sort of concerning, because obviously this looks like more of a leak, because it looks like someone was definitely on the inside. At least as far as I'm aware, it looked like it was done from the inside, and someone just constantly copying files, copying until, hey, I got the whole thing. As well as the whole reason why they did this whole grabbing the source code, grabbing that actual source code, is because they don't think Twitch is a safe place to do anything, and it's toxic and
it's full of degeneracy and things like that. And I'm just like, well, I mean,
I can't blame for certain, like I can't blame that train of thought for some events that happened in the past, where some streamers literally flashed their lady parts and they only got a suspension for like a couple days, or things that actual female streamers just get a slap on the wrist, where a dude streamer gets like accidentally something happens and then gets just because they're a small time creator.
Exactly. Or it's because it's called simp Twitch, it's not called Twitch. You need to get it right.
And then people assuming that the whole word being banned, the simp word being banned on Twitch, is because people Twitch thought it was we don't know the real reason. People were just thinking some sort of slur using for slurs, but people were just automatically assuming that it was an attack on the devs, because everyone kept saying the devs are simps. But either way, like, I can sort of understand that Twitch obviously has its biases. Twitch obviously isn't playing fair, but the whole recent hack was based on what's this thing called? The whole raid, the bot raids, where they constantly just
the hate raids, and the day off of Twitch thing. Yeah, that defeated. That's
honestly, I don't think a day off Twitch really does.
That didn't help a damn fucking thing. That's the problem. Look, I know that this is fairly old news, but the whole hate raid thing. Look, here's the thing about this, guys. You are in an open platform, and open platforms are open to attacks. I don't think you guys understand that Twitch really can't do much about the whole hate rate things. Could they do things? I agree. But it's not a cure-all. It's not a fault of Twitch exactly that's causing the hate rates. It's just the media of the internet.
Yep.
You're going to get fucked with no matter what. a day off of Twitch doesn't really mean a damn thing. You know what a day off of Twitch is? You save Twitch money from not having to run your streams, and they don't have to run the servers to run your streams anymore. That's all you accomplished.
Honestly, I brought this up before, like when this was first dropped, but like the best way to deal with the situation was to stream 24/7 and constantly have maybe a macro out there, constantly going to different stream, like rating different streams and whatnot, because honestly, what you just said, you want to hurt them in their pocket, and the more you stream and the bigger you are as a streamer and the more people watch it means a bigger load, and that would cost them, you know, a lot more in revenue. On Twitch, they're just not doing anything. If anything, you're hurting your subscribers because they subscribe for content and you're not supplying that. So what is interesting though is, much like how when you enter the whole like streaming world and people start donating so they can do text-to-speech, like you need to put different filters out there, because people find a lot of different ways to say slurs, offensive words and whatnot by just maybe saying 2 words, putting them together, and it sounds like a slur. So people tend to like forget that people will find a way to go around.
Yep, there's always, if there's
filters.
a will, there's a way.
Right, so people will go around filters and whatnot, only to get your what's the old school meme? Your Jiminy's rustled, and just to basically troll the hell out of you.
God, you just dated yourself, Marcos. That's all.
I don't care. Gotta get them things rustled. But all I know is that I'm more concerned about what's Amazon's like thoughts on this. Obviously, Twitch has to figure out what the heck is happening. Will there be any charges brought up? Any litigations coming up because of it, lawsuits, who knows? But this is not a small thing. If what they say,
as far as like Twitch's response, they finally did make a statement. All they've said so far to people is like, look, just do the common sense thing, reset your password, enable 2FA. We resetted everybody's stream key manually by ourselves, so you don't have to, like, I did it already like 3 times just because I was paranoid. Twitch has even told people like, yo, everybody's stream key has been manually resetted. You have to. So you gotta like make sure, because we don't want to test the limits and see like what the fuck it could go from here.
Right.
You know.
But if their claims is true and they have the source code, I wonder what is the next step. If Amazon's gonna do anything about this, it's just interesting to see what the future holds. Obviously, because something like this isn't going to be taken lightly whatsoever.
I just thought it was funny what you said about like how like the hacker's intentions of why he did it was because like Twitch has become a place of degeneracy. I'm like, well, yeah, you're also on 4chan. I mean, like. That's what I was saying. Like, it's kind of ironic, don't you think?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Maybe there's some irony to it, and maybe the guy knew that, but I don't know. I just think that's just really fucking funny.
Yeah. Either way, obviously Twitch has its problems, especially with its biases. So I don't really care, because I'm not neither a share nor a stakeholder in Twitch. So I don't really care so much about that. But I know it affects some people. It might affect their livelihood if the leaked source code does end up messing up something, but hopefully nothing too bad happens to Twitch. Hopefully it gets reformed in some way. Who knows? Hopefully things turn out for the better.
Agree.
Speaking about for the better, Smash got a little better.
Yes,
Doom guy. What the hell
got
is that
my
shit,
fucking
dude?
boy. Yeah, they added another anime sword fighter. What the fuck? Where's my boy Scrimdo Bimbo from the classic early 2000s 3D platformer?
Hang on. I'm sorry, but they added Doom guy.
Yeah.
Well, Doom Slayer, but yeah. I honestly forgot that they called him the Doom Slayer, not Doom guy.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I thought it just would have been funny if the title crawl was just like Smash Brothers crosses over with Doom guy.
Yeah, even in
I'm just so
Doom Eternal.
Like, I don't know, man.
You're so what?
I'm so confused.
I don't know, I mean,
how the hell do you put Doom Slayer into a Smash Bros game? Like,
what do you mean?
Why not?
What do you mean? Bayonetta is a player, is a character you can play as, and her games are not PG whatsoever.
No, but it's rip and tear, man. That's not rip and tear. That game's not.
You sound like someone who's never played Bayonetta.
Yeah, exactly.
Bayonetta no, I've never played Bayonetta.
There you go.
Yeah, Bayonetta is down bad. Let's just say you can't play that in...
Like, look.
You cannot play that in the living room with your family in the room. I could just tell you that.
Doom is violent. Sure, rip and tear. And
yeah,
Bayonetta has a lot of gore, a lot of its violence. Maybe it's not like Doom, but it has sexual content as well.
Maybe they maybe, sometimes they say naughty words like Fuck.
Danny.
Daniel, this is my 1 week.
Sorry, please don't tell my mom. Please,
This
I'm so
is my
sorry. Fuck,
1
I'm
week
sorry.
notice. I'm resigning from the DKM podcast.
Oh no, the show fell apart afterwards.
Look what you've done. The subscribers are now 0. Great.
We lost all our 50 subs.
I love it how Amiibo like me costumes are just a deconfirmed of characters that can't get into Smash as a character because hey, we already have them as an outfit, so too bad.
Yeah, I rest like Gino and Dante and Doomslayer.
Dante.
Oh man, hey man, but look, let's peel the curtain back a little bit, guys. Okay, here's the thing. Let's count our blessings here real quick. Smash Brothers wasn't supposed to get a second fighter pass.
No.
And that's the main reason why, like, I'm so happy that the second fighter pass existed, right? Because I'm not gonna lie. Look, I think we could all agree, even if you like this franchise, I think we could all agree that the Fire Emblem representation is just a little bit too much. All I'm just saying is that, look, I like Fire Emblem. I really fucking do. But I think you guys need to, like, broaden your horizons a little bit. And I knew it. I knew that if they were going to make a fighter pass with Fire Emblem 3 Houses coming out and stuff and doing so well and blah, 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 I get it. They were probably going to add Byleth. But a part of me was like, can we not add Byleth, especially as the final character of the fighter pass? Like, that was such a deflating feeling for me. Because I knew that it was probably going to be Byleth. I knew they were going to put a Fire Emblem character, especially Byleth. But, dude, adding Sora, my fucking boy Sora of all people, from Kingdom Hearts to Smash Brothers, is the complete polar opposite. I have yet to see a single person, aside from Donkey, who complained that Sora got added into Smash Brothers. Because that's the character people been...
This was satire.
Well, yeah, of course, I know. But I'm just saying is that, like, with Fire Emblem, like, I think even Fire Emblem fans were kind of like, hey, you know, like, this Byleth is cool and all, but, like... You know, it's a little too obvious, you know what I'm saying? Like, that Sora choice was like, you know, it was the dream come true. We thought it would have been impossible. Like, oh my god, the legal copyright ramifications and the possibility would have been impossible. But they fucking did it.
Yeah, you want to know
that's
what
what
the
made me
next one
so
that's gonna
goddamn
be, bro?
happy.
It's gonna be fucking Mickey and Goofy and Donald and
They can't. They're dead. They're gone. As far as we know, in the Kingdom Hearts lore, as far as Smash Brothers go, Donald and Goofy don't exist.
Yeah, so it's Sora, the Square Enix product, and that's Sora from the Disney,
the only
half Disney franchise.
Disney related product is that fucking keychain, which I'm willing to bet that Sakurai had to give up all his life savings and his firstborn child in order to get that. Because as soon as I saw the keychain, I was like, oh, so that's where all the budget was.
So if you watch the end of that whole announcement for Smash, Mr. Iwata, who passed away due to his cardiac arrest, he was the head of Nintendo for Japan, and he definitely believed very much in Sakurai, who is the director of Smash Bros. He what was it they put out in the direct? They explained it that they put out a when Smash 4 was around, that hey, we're gonna do a popularity contest, or like who do you want to be like up there, right? As a Smash character, and Sora was always one of them. And he said they never fully released the official, like, what do you call it? The official list that involved who won and who didn't win. But Sora was definitely number one, and he's been number one for a while. They even released for Smash Ultimate, like, who do you want as a character for, like, what was it? I think it was the United States, Japan, and I think the last one was Europe. And Sora was always number one. It was always in there in that range, because like not number one, but like usually in the top 5, if not top 3. But Sora was always that one to get. And now we're living in a timeline where we get to play as Sans, Minecraft Steve, and Sora in a one single game, and I think that's awesome. However, I'm pretty sure this was mostly a Square Enix thing and not a Disney thing, even though they try to get Disney on board. If they even try to get it on board.
But it's so weird, though, because, like, going back to the Square Enix thing, they put so much effort of putting in Sora from Kingdom Hearts, which is it's kind of complicated as far as, like, a Square Enix property goes, because Disney technically could do whatever the fuck they want with the Kingdom Hearts franchise. Anyways, it's so weird because they put so much effort at getting Sora in, and they put all this extra content and music and stuff like that, but with Cloud, he just barely got in as a character in 2 fucking songs in a stage.
Well, that was from Smash 4, though. That was like that was kind of like.
But that's
underwhelming.
weird. You think they would do that? They would add more content after Smash 4 to Ultimate, but like they just didn't do that.
They only did so with Sephiroth. They added a whole bunch of Final Fantasy stuff, like once Sephiroth came through, and I'm guessing
That's a good point.
that's
that's a good point.
like a bunch of soundtracks, like things that you would like associate Final Fantasy with, didn't come out in Smash 4 with Cloud, but it only came out with Sephiroth. So it's Sephiroth, great, cool. We get to have more music,
One Wing Angel.
another Final Fantasy stage. That's awesome. But I think with Sora, I'm pretty sure they were also limited with the amount of music they could bring over too, because them being, like I'm pretty sure just the
Well, they can't use Under the Sea. Thank fucking
the
God.
what?
They can't use Under the Sea. Thank
Right.
God.
So here's the thing though. When it comes to what's this thing called? Certain songs that Square Enix made, I think a good amount of these songs were also Disney proper, like Disney owned like songs. Like I'm pretty sure Simple and Clean was something not owned by Disney, but it was something that
Jesus, I don't even want to think about the legal battles to even get that fucking song license, because Utada Hikaru's music, I don't know if you guys ever try to use the YouTube, play the YouTube game with Utada's music, you're going to get copyright striked every fucking time. Every fucking time. I can't even imagine how much that took. I don't know, maybe you could get Simple and Clean if it's just the orchestra and not the woman, not Utada singing it, but yeah, like that's a good fucking question right there. Like how the hell they got that
just
involved?
the trailer,
Like,
I guess, because usually that's the they use the orchestrated version for announcing trailers with regards to Kingdom Hearts, anything involving really Kingdom Hearts. So I think that them just using that,
as long as the orchestra, it's fine.
yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't know if it's fine because they didn't include that as a something that you can put in game. It's something that
I'm pretty sure it's going to be added in game. And then again, I didn't see the entire presentation. Admittedly, though, I don't even like. I just want to see the character reveal, and then I just went on my merry way because I really don't want to spoil myself. I just kind of want to be surprised and see, see Sora in action, and I'll just be like, oh, cool. They added the fucking Timeless River skin, and they added his outfit from Kingdom Hearts 2 and 3, which I personally like 2's outfit the most.
The thing is, they're only releasing 9 songs, like Hand in Hand, which is a very, very popular Kingdom Hearts song. But like the only out of all the 9 songs, Simple and Clean, Hikari was not in it as well. So it's one of those things that we're gonna have a limited amount of like soundtracks for it, but it's not going to be something that is going to include Simple and Clean. I will say though, given it's Sora, people were really wondering what will his movesets be, and Jesus, it's like Bayonetta from Smash 4 all over again. He's gonna be busted as hell. He's gonna be super broken with his combos, and he's gonna have Bayonetta combos from the get-go. And I'm concerned. I'm concerned for the competitive Smash scene because the competitive Smash scene for Smash 4 was sort of ruined with Bayonetta because things got way too formulaic because Bayonetta was released, and as the final DLC. Ironic enough, Sora's not the final DLC with Bayonetta combos, and here we are again. It's Smash 4 2.0, but all I know is that
I really hope that that's not the case.
It looks like it's going to be the case, 100%.
I hope not. I mean, then again, maybe, maybe by the time the character comes out, maybe they'll properly patch it. Or they probably like balance it.
Here's the thing though, he's probably gonna be worse than Bayonetta because his regular air combos, like his forward air, how it links to itself so easily and how floaty he is, things are gonna get like Sora's easily gonna be top tier, no problem. And it is what it is, but oh well. I don't play Smash enough to care about, at least competitively.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I enjoy Smash Brothers, but admittedly, I haven't been playing it in a while, and I was thinking about going into the competitive scene, but then
you put a lot of time.
Overnight work makes it impossible, so I just didn't even bother.
I will say though it is a good feeling though. I guess a rather bittersweet feeling because this is Sakurai's the director of Smash, his final game, his final involvement with the Smash title. Like
so
if
it's
they
his
come up with a new
final
Smash
hurrah.
game, yeah. So
Well, he's still going to make games, but it's just going to stop making Smash games. And honestly, though, Ultimate is going to go down in history as probably one of the best games in the franchise.
Yeah, next to Melee.
it has a whole bunch of what do you call it? Well, Melee went down in history for its own things, but Ultimate's going down in history because of the content it has.
That's true. Yeah, but
I was
Melee
about to
didn't
say,
really
I don't think
have
there's ever going to be.
DLC, so
No, that's not what I mean.
Well, Smash 4 did, but I'm saying more in the sense where it's like there's never going to be another Smash game with that big of
Right.
a roster
Yeah.
ever. It's just
But
not gonna be a
Melee
thing
only got
anymore.
big because the competitive scene got super big because of all the bugs and all the exploits that were in that game that took skill.
It's a unique case.
Yeah. So it's
like,
one
you
of
know,
those
going into Third Strike,
right, exactly.
which isn't the most current game, but people like it because it's that difficult.
Right,
you
because
know?
it takes a significant amount of skill just to be
Mhm.
good at it. And it's one of those games that's easy to pick up and hard to master. But even that being said, like this is the reason, like this will definitely go down in history being one of the better Smash games because, like the online was still, but it wasn't as bad as Smash 4 or Brawl being the worst one.
God no.
But either way, like when it comes to what do you call this? When it comes to Sakura's final thing, like, hey, you can look at all the characters you put into this game. Yeah, sure, there was a lot of anime sword fighters, like from Fire Emblem, and people were sort of upset by it. But you know, like, at least it wasn't too bad. Like the roster as a whole. Like
Right.
we still got Sephiroth,
Right.
because people were like super crazy with Seph when he came out. Sephiroth.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, people need to take a step back and be like, look, you could get mad at maybe like 5 or 6 characters being in the roster, but that's still 6 out of 89 fucking characters. We got a game that added Banjo fucking Kazooie, what hasn't been in a game in God knows how long, and it hasn't been in a Nintendo platform for God knows how long, and the fact that they got that on the fucking Smash Brothers, yo, I can't fucking complain. We didn't get Scrimble Bimbo, but we got the next best thing.
Although it's still
But,
a nice feeling that this is his magnum opus, that he's ending it off with this, and we're gonna see. I'm pretty sure he's still gonna be doing Kirby games because that's what he loves doing. But people were looking at it a little bit too deep into like what Sora in the game means, because we're going like really deep into if when Kirby sucks in Sora and takes his powers, he doesn't get an actual Keyblade. He gets a light Keyblade, and people are saying, is this because of canon? Is it because of this, and that? People were just going crazy over like the what ifs, or like if is it because of this reason or that reason? And people were just putting in like a lot of brain thought that doesn't really belong there. But either way, it's for the most part, people were like happy about this announcement. They were happy for the good reasons. People were even looking for like, is there like a story reason behind this? Because some people were like, hey, you know how like Banjo-Kazooie just randomly popped up and they were just playing games, or you know how some people received the letter. Well, Sora didn't get it. Well, neither did Sephiroth. Sephiroth just joined us and said, go F yourselves. I'm in here.
Well, Sephiroth got Black Air Force energy. Sora got summoned through fucking, I don't know, like, I guess maybe Mario opened up the heart of the world of Smash Brothers or some shit. I don't fucking know.
Here's the thing. They were complaining most about, like, if you look at Byleth, they got a letter for Smash and they had their own huge cutscene. Mithra and Pyra had the same
Like,
thing.
People were complaining how they got invited to
Yeah,
Smash?
so they actually got an actual
What the
invitation. But Sephiroth
Oh.
didn't get one. He just popped in. Sora didn't get one. He was just summoned because Mario reached into fire and pulled out a Keyblade and threw it. Now Mario is a Keyblade wielder. Whoop-de-doo.
Whoopity fucking do. Yeah, I don't really give a shit about the whole Keyblade bearer bullshit since Kingdom Hearts 2 when Riku could hand a Keyblade to Kyrie and be like, here, use this. Oh, what about all that shit about the Keyblade being chosen? That fucking didn't matter anymore? Okay, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
That whole fucking part about Kingdom Hearts 1 about being like, oh, Sora, I have to be the Keyblade wearer. And then Donald and Goofy are like, well, shit, dude, sorry. Our job is to follow the Keyblade user. See ya. And, like, that whole fucking moment didn't fucking mean anything. Was Riku using a Keyblade in Kingdom Hearts 1? I don't fucking know.
He was. That was his little wing of that's a Keyblade.
But they never called it a Keyblade, but they still made Sora like a big fucking deal in the first
Because
game.
it didn't look like a Keyblade. That's kind of racist
But
of
it
you.
was,
Kinda
apparently.
racist of you, man. Just because it doesn't look like a key can't be a key. It's kind of
It's
messed up,
kind
man.
of keyless, man.
I don't know, when your entire franchise is based on different fucking keys or giant keys that you're hitting people with, I'm willing to bend the will of disbelief here, but I'm pretty sure that's not a fucking key.
Yeah, these are big blunt force objects, and they say slash, but even then, like, it's damn, like that's kind of.
Yeah.
I will say though that like either way, it's a happy ending for the Smash community.
I'm
for
happy,
the Smash
yeah.
Scene when it comes to Sakurai's final thing. So I'm happy about that. At least hopefully other games get the similar treatment. I hope God of War
Right.
Ragnarok gets a similar treatment with regards to what do you call this? Their this being the end of the Nordic realm of the for the Mr. I'm angry. I kill things, Mr. Kratos. So hopefully that's usually what you want, because obviously this is Sekir's last thing. But that's all I really have to say about it. Big hype, I guess.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So, anything else you guys want to talk about? Anything crazy going on in your lives?
Other than my motherboard taking a poop on itself. There's a Switch OLED that just released, I think, yesterday.
Y'all motherfuckers are complaining about it, and people still buying
That's so
it.
true, though. Like, everybody's like, oh, there's only 2 at this location. There's only 1 at this location. It's like, I thought everybody was complaining about them.
Starting to sound like the PS5 nonsense where, hey, we're not.
Oh my god, yeah, I know.
People forgot that like the Switch was like a super hard item to get in 2017.
Well, yeah, it was. I was lucky
really
enough to get it like day one, and I got the one that I wanted, which was the neon controller one.
I didn't get my Switch until my birthday in December, but I still remembered in March of 2017, like people were lined up. I'll never forget that one time too. I was starting my.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that I was working at my job at the time, and I remember I was friends with the guy I was working with, and he was like, "Hey man, you want to like go to Walmart right after work and see if we get a Switch?" I'm like, "Did you pre-order it?" "No man, I think I'm just gonna show up." Like, I don't think it's gonna be there. And yeah, we were there, and we went to that Walmart, and they were like, "Yeah, no, we sold out in like within the first 30 minutes."
Nice.
Yeah, I went to Toys R Us that day. I showed up an hour early. There was like a line of 13 people in front of me. They had like, I think it was 13 neon switches and like 15 gray ones, and I got the last neon switch that they had.
Rip Toys R Us.
Yeah, I know, dude, but it's starting to open back up. Believe it or not, they're going to be opening up inside Macy's. So look how
really?
Yeah, they're reopening in Macy's stores, just like there's going to be the Disney stores inside Targets.
Really?
Yeah. And then Kohl's is getting Sephora stores inside them.
So I guess they're just merging together.
Yeah.
Like how there's Little Caesars inside Targets. Damn.
Little Caesars inside
Kmart's.
Yo.
Yeah, no.
Oh, Kmart's, right. Kmart's, my bad.
Little
Pizza Hut is
Kmart
Target, my bad.
Good.
Pizza Hut's the ones at Target.
Yeah, I never got in Pizza Hut from Target. I'll tell you one thing, though. I don't think BJ's is a common store in the rest of the country, but I'll tell you one thing, though, man. I've always been adamant about this, dude. I think pizza peaked in the early 2000s with, like, pizza you get at BJ's. That shit was so fucking good and bad for you at the same time.
Bro.
That cheap... Dude, but that shit was bussin'. That shit was delicious. I'll tell you one thing, though. Look, I'm only saying this. I'm going to say this right now. If the pizza cheese isn't long enough that I could choke on that bitch, it ain't that fucking good. All I'm saying is that I think the quality of pizza has gotten so fucking bad since the early 2000s, and I will die on that fucking hill.
I think it's the amount of mozzarella you put on it, because that's what really gets it all stretchy and long.
But that's the thing, though, because every time I order extra cheese at Pizza Hut, it's always like they put it all in the middle, and then as soon as you get a slice, it just falls off the fucking pizza at that point.
I don't know what pizza you're eating, but none of my pizzas ends up like that.
Well, what pizza are you eating?
Let's see. There's Little Caesars. There's Domino's.
Yeah, all you people
Papa
complain that Little
John's.
Caesars garbage. Y'all just too fucking picky.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you. Yeah, like if you're really gonna
true.
tell me that, like, oh, this Little Caesars pizza's garbage, man, fuck you. It's $5 goddamn dollars.
You can't complain about $5, man. $5 for a whole pizza.
Exactly.
Hell
what the
no.
fuck is your problem?
And then the last one is 5-star pizza, but that's up in Gainesville. That, man, if you ever end up in Gainesville,
yeah, that's probably my thing. I need to stop. I need to eat more local pizza places because, like, I don't know, like
they're so worth.
Back then, I feel like
they're so worth.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Because I don't know, like I felt like pizza in all the big like branches like Domino's and Little Caesars and Papa John's and pizza, especially pizza. Man, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like that pizza just tastes like fucking garbage. You know what pizza tastes like to me now? It tastes like every pizza from fucking Chuck E. Cheese. Like, we all fucking ate that shit, right, when we were kids.
I still love it now. What the heck?
Yeah,
but it wasn't good.
No,
it really wasn't. It wasn't fucking good. It was fucking dog shit. But because we were at Chuck E. Cheese, we were enamored by it. We thought it was the most delicious shit
just
ever.
like their soda, bro. Their soda tasted so much better because you're eating their shitty pizza.
Exactly.
Damn, I'm the odd one
like
out
when-
here. I love Chuck E. Cheese pizza, dude. I love that shit now. I'll eat some right now.
I sneak
I'll order
into I sneak into Chuck E. Cheese's all the time to get the pizza.
Hell yeah.
How old are you? I'm 2, sir. Wait a minute.
I'm 2.
2 witches
Yo,
deep in
check-
your mom.
Show me, bitch.
I will say though that,
It's like that.
when it comes to pizza as a whole, so obviously when you ask for pepperoni, they give you less cheese, so they don't overstuff the pizza isn't so soggy and it isn't so crazy. So they give you like a little bit less cheese with the pepperoni. So whenever you ask for extra of anything, they gotta take away the cheese a bit in order not to compensate it, but in order to like get things good. Little Caesars, you ask for pepperoni, you get the same amount of cheese as a regular cheese pizza. So like Little Caesars knows exactly what they're doing, and they're so worth. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I think that pretty much ends our pizza tangent.
Well, either way, like, I love thin crust, but not a lot of places do good thin crust, like proper thin crust. I'm talking about like it's almost like you're eating cheese and marinara sauce off of a cracker type of thin crust. I love that crunchy stuff. I'm not sure what you guys prefer, but I love crunchiness. I love that.
I remember there was a time where they used to, I don't really remember what was it, pretzel crust?
Yeah, pretzel crust,
they
yeah.
used to-
Bro, that sounds so
pretzel
good.
crust was pretty good.
That popped off
that-
so
Or
hard.
Stuffed crustal. Oh my god, I can't even speak now.
Come on.
Yeah, it's so good. I'm having a stroke.
Oh, that's
Some
great.
people really don't like stuffed crust, dude.
I love
know a
stuffed
couple
crust.
people who really don't, and I'm like,
What was the pizza one that Trump ate where like you had to eat the crust side first?
Yo,
I think it was Pizza Hut. I think it was Pizza Hut stuffed crust.
Yeah, it was Pizza Hut.
yo,
So,
imagine
yeah,
if they,
I wonder if that
if,
like ad is considered too controversial
imagine if,
now.
Popeyes made a biscuit crust,
Oh no.
and you have to eat.
You know what's crazy? I never ate at
You have
Popeyes.
to
Popeyes
eat-
is great.
Ever.
you have to eat the
honestly
whole
don't
pizza without
understand
drinking
why-
water.
Oh, I honestly don't understand why people say, "Hey, it's super dry," whatever. I eat those all the time.
Yeah, no,
Y'all people are
they're-
just weak.
yeah,
Y'all
they're
people weak.
Y'all
they're
weak as
moist.
fuck.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about, bro.
I don't drink water. I drink sand.
I will say though, Church's chicken, them biscuits, those honey glazed biscuits, are the best to get the most amount of what's the word, lubrication in your arteries through the form of cholesterol and fat. So good.
Finally, I got something to oil my engine, if you will.
That's why I love Popeye. Not Popeyes. Church's chicken.
This will
Church's
definitely push
chicken
down the
is
blood
definitely
clots.
Good, bro. It's just
Never ate at churches.
It's hood chicken, and it's great chicken.
It's
I love
hood
it.
chicken, exactly.
I
Yeah,
freaking
that's what people have told
love
me.
it. It's amazing. That's all I'm going to say is freaking amazing. Anyone who says otherwise is a hater.
I need to get the fuck out of Miami more
It's-
often.
Well, I mean,
what are
it's-
you
there's
talking
churches
about?
in Miami. What do you mean?
There's churches in
Where's the
There's
church?
down in
one in
Naranja.
Opalaca.
There's one in Naranja going down US 1.
There's one in Opalaca.
Well, yeah, but I have to go out of my way there. That's
Yeah,
all.
it is out of your way for you. That's true.
That's my thing. Like, if I'm in the area, then fuck
Yeah,
yeah,
of course,
sure.
of
But
course.
I'm not gonna drive all the way there just to eat church
Right,
chicken.
that makes sense. There was one with your. I'm not gonna say where you previously worked at, but at your previous
Yeah, try not to
at
dox
your
me.
previous job, there was one in sort of nearby where you worked at. So, but either way, yeah, it is out of the way for the most part.
I'm willing to bet. Yeah, you know what? Considering where my last employment place was, yeah, I could probably see that. But like I said, in that place, I'd rather not drive around as much as possible. If you get my meaning.
Yeah, no, I understand. Either way, like, Church's chicken's so good. But honestly, I'm not sure if you guys know. I don't know if I brought it up in the podcast before, but you know how, what's this called? KFC really honors the whole our ingredients list, yada yada yada. Like we have certain specific herbs and spices, and we keep that thing locked up. 2 different companies have them, and then they deliver them both to the one, like a KFC location, like some weird nonsense and stuff. Well, a lot of people try to recreate the spices, like what the herbs and spices actually is, and so it went anywhere between the Colonel's nephew who worked with him had it, to the people who worked with the Colonel had it, yada
then you
yada
had,
yada.
Yeah, the Colonel's Colonel who had his Colonel, so that his Colonel can Colonel.
And then you got the Bellman. And then you got the Colonel's bloodline, where they have to go fight Dracula every 100 years because Dracula always comes
So
back.
they even found the original like recipe, which isn't the same as what it is now.
I
because
want
they
the
got it
original
corporatized.
recipe of Coke to come back, bro.
But all I'm saying is there was this company that was recreating it, and they came out with this blend called 99X. And it was going so far as to KFC actually suing this company, saying you can't release this because it could be bad for us. And if that tells you anything, they got pretty close to the actual recipe.
Yeah, recipe.
Because
Yep.
it was validated. So all you really need is 99X. I think that's what it's called, 99-X, herbs and spices, and then citric acid, and you legit just made Kentucky Fried Chicken in your own home with your own little fryer.
Oh, I think I hear some helicopters flying over me right now. I think I've been outed out.
All I'm saying is, it's honestly, I wanted to try it. Like, I'm not sure if you guys go to Taco Bell often. I love going to Taco Bell.
I was there earlier.
But Taco Bell's...
I never actually ate at Taco Bell.
Yeah, that's a good answer. That's a good question. What do you eat, Kenny? What do you eat? What do you normally go for?
Oh man, I usually get the $5 chalupa box, but now they have the deluxe chalupa box. So
Oh, right.
And it comes with the Doritos Locos
guys,
Taco. It comes with the steak chalupa, and it comes with the 5-layer burrito and the nacho chips and cheese. Bro, before they got rid of their chicken sandwich tacos, that's what I was eating up a lot. Anyways, that's normally what I get. Plus, I got the soft potato taco or whatever, the soft taco.
Yeah, the
spicy potato soft taco.
Yeah. So
I get that, and then I get I usually get like one beef burrito. So I'm fat. So
what about you, Daniel? What do you get?
I'll tell you what, you guys. I don't have much to say because I haven't eaten at Taco Bell, but I think I could wrap up this episode in a phenomenal story. Have you guys ever heard of Operation Soda Steal?
No. Oh, but wait. Let me.
Man.
Dang it. Let me finish up with this whole Taco Bell thing. The only reason I bring this up is because much like how you can find KFC, because KFC is the people who own KFC and Taco Bell also own Pizza Hut. That's why you see those.
Yeah, it's Yums.
Yeah, that's why you see like some Pizza Hut and Taco Bell. Like,
well, there's a KFC Taco Bell down here, so
yeah, but they're all owned by the same place. Yep. So that's why it's interesting. I've seen one where it's all three of them together, and I'm like, this is legendary. But
it's the
reason why I bring it up.
Colors on that building, it's freaking cyan and white.
I mean, it's telling you it's an ugly abomination mixed together that was forced to be made. But the only reason I bring up Taco Bell is because if I love getting the quesadilla, but the jalapeno sauce that's in that quesadilla, you can legit look it up online, and the first link normally it is usually the first link.
You can just buy
it's legit
the sauce at Walmart.
No, trust me, the Walmart one doesn't do it justice. You can make it at home so much better, and also because it's cheaper. But the one that you can find the link on Google literally is exactly the recipe you need to follow, and you can adjust the taste. But it's so addicting. It's so freaking addicting, and you can do it, and you can merge that with anything, and the jalapeno sauce is buzzing. All right, Daniel.
All right.
What was your thing?
I'll tell you what. There's actually some connection. We'll finish up the podcast with this. So Operation Soda Steal, some old ancient internet bullshit that I found out about, and it's really funny. So I'm pretty sure you guys know about Baja Blast, right? Okay, so I know I have someone out there. Shout out to my boy Broski Leve on Twitch and Twitter. He's a fanatic, big fan of Baja Blast, right? That's all he fucking drinks, right? As you guys know, Baja Blast is not usually sold commercially at stores. You have to go to a Taco Bell in order to get it, right? Well, some fucking chap on, I think it was Game Facts back in the day when they were decent, he made a thread where he's like, I'm going to do an operation to fill up a 2-liter of Baja Blast. And the way how he did it is so cartoonishly hilarious, where his idea, and let me draw this out real quick. Essentially what he was going to do, he was going to get a large cup from Taco Bell, put a straw underneath of it, pass a wire or a tube from his shirt, from his wrist collar, all the way to his backpack, and fill it up with a 2-liter. And the craziest thing was, after months and months of doing research and R&D, he actually succeeded.
Oh, wow.
He filled up a 2-liter of Baja Blast by standing in front of the soda dispenser for like 10 minutes of filling up a cup.
Oh.
And it fucking worked.
I mean, no one's really going to pay too much attention on soda machines, really. Unless...
Yeah, no, I could tell you that from personal experience. When I used to work at Burger King,
bag was there, so he only got water, seltzer water.
Ew.
Oh, yeah, that could be a good point. Well, then again, it was the early 2000s before, like, they started using, like, that printer method where it's just, like, syrup and water. No, it's actually, like, actual soda. Which, it's funny you say that, like, oh, no one's really gonna give a shit. That's entirely true. I remember I was working at Burger King. There was like this big heavy set dude who bought like a large cup like months ago. He would come in, walk right past me, go to the soda dispenser and fill that bitch up with soda, and just sit down and drink that fucking Coke because fuck that guy. And I remember I telling my boss about this, like telling my supervisor, like, hey, that guy comes here and he gets all that soda and he hasn't like paid for it, and since he's been,
Yeah, it's
since
only
I've been
like
working
30
here,
cents.
what are we supposed to do? Right. And I was telling him, like, oh, what should we do about it? He's like, well, you guys are supposed to do something about it. I was like, well, you guys don't pay me enough, so I'm not going to do anything about it. And I still work there.
Here's the funny thing. I've known people who had this Diet Coke obsession, and they've constantly had large cups from McDonald's just there. So whenever they're nearby to McDonald's, they just get out of their car, go in, fill it up, and go back out. And I'm like, that's the most... Like, don't get me wrong. Sure, they can take that money from them. It doesn't bother me at all whatsoever. But as a person, like, just doing all that for some soda...
That's some low-class bullshit.
I mean, go right ahead, dude. Just do you, I guess. But yikes. That was kind of... It's kind of cringe.
It's a bit of a
you're kind of down
especially
bad
when, like,
if you're gonna be...
a large soda is like
exactly.
$1.
Well, now it's $1 at McDonald's, but they also shrink their freaking cup sizes, which pisses me off, just like Starbucks did.
Remember when Burger King used to have the king size? That shit was like orange and shit.
Dude, yes, supersized McDonald's too. Yes,
I remember back in my day, you had to get the Halo 3 king size fries and orange.
Why can't
orange
we just
Mountain
go back
Dew.
to
that shit was litty.
Like, come on, people.
I mean, you can, but heart disease is the thing that's killing most Americans every year. Anyways, it's the #1 killer.
So why stop now?
I don't know. Maybe because
it's a tradition.
Maybe because it's not so much about how long you live, but more of the quality of how you live.
Well, it's my quality.
And I can chug down another Baja Blast.
My quality of life is taste. It doesn't have to be living.
I'm here for the good time, not for the long time.
Once you got no more monies, how's quality there for you, huh?
Suck your dick for a Baja Blast. Don't be a fucking pussy.
I'll
if
go
you want
it,
you get it.
For $5 and go get myself a Baja Blast.
Hell yeah, dude.
That makes sense for crack. I don't think Baja Blast is that addicting. Jesus, I think diabetes is gonna kill you before anything.
What about that? It makes me stop sucking dick for the corner.
I mean, even though there is diet Baja Blast, which honestly, it's whatever.
I've never had Baja Blast. I'm more of a Diet Coke, Pepsi kind of guy myself, but I'm also a big fan of water.
Water. I love
water.
Soda. I love water, dude.
Hey guys, I don't know if you know this, but I'm actually a better person than you because I drink a lot of fucking water. Did you know that? Did you know that you're a class below me because you drink that nasty ass fucking soda? Oh, so that's not even diet. God damn, you must be fucking garbage. How does it feel to be what's the word I want to use?
Come on, get it out.
What's the word? I want to say. What's like the best way to describe someone that's like beneath human?
Subhuman.
A peon.
No, not even peon.
That's what R. Kelly calls people who's beneath him.
Subhuman. There we go. How does it feel to be subhuman? There we go.
That's what R. Kelly calls people who are beneath him. Peons.
Oh, and now he's in jail.
Who cares
he'll
about
be
him?
around with people.
I
who
hope
are
you get the
him.
joke though. Peons, because he.
Yeah, no, of course. Yeah. Yuck. Yuck.
Well, Marcos.
Wait a minute.
I think we should.
You guys just did the Goofy laugh. I forgot. Goofy and Donald are in Smash. We have Duck Hunt and Banjo-Kazooie.
Yo!
We're good.
Wait.
Pretty much.
I'll fucking do it again. I swear.
Fucking do it again.
Mickey's paying me a lot of money, man. That was so good, dude. That was such a top tier meme.
Or the part where like Goofy gets like arrested because Mickey found them doing copyrighted music. He was gonna do a fucking cover of a Bruno Mars song, and Mickey comes in like, Goofy, you have to stop, Goofy. Remember Donald? Don't you dare say his name in front of me.
Everyone's got to
take the shot.
Remember the Evanescence "Wake Me Up" or whatever it's called.
Oh my god!
Wake me up.
Yeah, the whole
up inside.
the whole freaking Goofy remix. That one's top tier.
Remember when Goofy found out the document that proves that the whole Vietnam War was a scam, and then Mickey had to kill him because he had to protect his country?
Yeah.
He could have stopped the war.
Yeah.
Yeah, some deep.
I love when things get like really, really deep with memes, and it's just so great.
Yeah, the lore is fantastic.
Fake lore.
Fake
Meat
lore.
Canyon lore.
All right, but yeah, we should probably go ahead and wrap. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching and listening to the DKM podcast today. We greatly appreciate it. If you haven't yet, feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you also don't know, you can listen to us on Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, anywhere that allows your streaming services to listen to podcasts. I'm going to try my best to see if we can get this show on Apple Podcasts. I know we've been hearing the emails, the angry tweets I've been receiving about where's the DKM podcast on Apple, dude? I want to keep sucking Apple's cock by listening on Apple Podcasts, dude. I'm like, all right, don't worry, I'll give you what you need. Just give me some time. I'm gonna put some
give us
time out of my day.
That's all.
Exactly. Like I got to get something out of this. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. If you haven't yet, also join our Discord server. We would love to have you guys along. We would love to build a community with you guys, and we greatly appreciate it. But with that, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap, guys. Stay safe. Take care. Until next time.